Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do some CERAKOTing. We're going to customize the bike, give it a little bit of color, and I'm really excited for this because this is truly going to transform this engine and make it very, very unique. So I'm excited. I'm going to show you guys the process that I use to CERAKOte. Now I am by no means an expert, but I am learning new things each and every time I do this. So let's hop right into it. Okay, now CERAKOTing is a pretty sweet process. Right here in front of me, I've got pretty much all the basic tools I'm going to need, plus my parts I'm going to CERAKOte ready to go. So I'm not going to explain to you guys, like, you know, really the advantages of CERAKOte and all that stuff. I would highly recommend just going to CERAKOTE's page and checking out why you should CERAKOte over, you know, powder coat, anodizing, paint, things like that. So CERAKOte truly is in a league of its own, and it's been used for years. So I'm pumped to use this on the bike. I've used it just a little bit and have done a ton of research on it. So I am confident that it's going to work out great and that this is the right thing to do for my bike. So as you can see with the tools I have laid out here, other than an air compressor, you can totally do CERAKOte at home on your own. So I'm going to show you the way that I do it. And I'll go over these tools right here and the chemicals, things like that. First thing we have is acetone. That's what we use to actually degrease and clean off the tools, or sorry, the parts that we're actually going to coat. We have 2 bottles of CERAKOte here. This is a Glacier Black. Now this is a C series CERAKOte, which means this is an air dry formula. So the air dry is awesome because you don't have to have an oven, you don't have to mix, you don't do anything crazy with it. You literally pour it in the gun and spray it and then just let it sit. So 24-hour cure time for these, and you've got a CERAKOTed product. So we've also got our 150 mesh screen filters. You use that to pour your CERAKOte through the screen into your gun. That way there's no solids, no heavies, anything like that that can potentially mess up the finish. Right here we have a standard HVLP gun, high volume, low pressure. This is actually one from Harbor Freight. Works amazing for CERAKOte. I really like using it. Also with a regulator and a water filter separator. Here we've got some gloves, obviously, and then over here we've got our tape that we use to tape off our items. So with CERAKOTing, the layers are so thin you really probably don't need to tape anything off as far as threads and things like that go, but I'm going to go ahead and tape off all the gasket surfaces anyway and things like that, just to cover my butt. And you know, like I said, I'm not a pro at this. I am really new to actually coating myself, so I'm going to keep using the method that I have used. So here we have our clutch side cover, engine cover, and then we have our actual clutch cover. This is our water pump. This is aluminum. These two are magnesium. So you can tell the magnesium is already starting to darken right there. Magnesium, we didn't vapor hone the magnesium parts because when magnesium is introduced to moisture, it darkens. You can see what it's doing here. I mean, you could probably blast it and then clear it really quick, and you might get away with it. But I think over time it's going to darken anyway, as metal is porous. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna spray our clutch cover black, the Glacier Black, the water pump Glacier Black, and then the actual clutch side engine cover, the Glacier Titanium. I'm super excited because it should go over and just contrast really well with the way the motor looks right now, and it should look sick when we're done. So yeah, let's hop to it. I'll show you the first process, which basically involves well, sorry, let me back up. The first process would be to blast your parts with 100 grit media, usually an aluminum oxide, and that will give you the surface that you need to CERAKOte for it to bond to really. After that, then you're going to take it, you're going to cover it with acetone, you're going to get it nice and degreased, cleaned up really well, all of the powder and everything off of it from blasting. After we use the acetone, we will no longer touch these parts with our fingers, because at that point you don't want to anywhere that you have oil on your hands, that's going to contaminate the part, and then obviously cause an issue with the bonding of the Cerakote. So let's hop on it. Okay, and there we have it. I have since removed the acetone and let this sit for about 15 minutes. Everything is evaporated. There is no acetone left on the parts. So now at this point, we're good to go ahead. Throw it in the oven, 300 degrees for about 30 minutes. Just let everything cook off. That's what Cerakote recommends doing. So we will go ahead and do that. And then at that point, we can go ahead, tape everything off, and get ready to spray it. Okay guys, I have got everything taped off finally. As far as the water pump goes, I did the gasket side on this side, and then just the plug hole right there. As far as this side goes, if I get anything on this side, just a little bit of overspray, I'm not worried about it at all. Gaskets will seal up just fine. And I didn't tape anything off on this because Cerakote's such a thin layer that it shouldn't affect my fill plug hole or anything like that. So we're good to go. Now we just need to get this set up, get the gun set up, and give her some spray. Okay, now as for the gun, like I said, this is just a Harbor Freight special. I mean, this thing is like $40, $30, something like that. This is basically just a HVLP gun, nothing crazy about it, with a regulator and a water separator. So it's very important that you don't have water in your air. And I'm using a little air compressor, like a little, I don't even know what it is, like a 20 gallon, 15 gallon, 10, I don't know what it is. But anyway, so you want to have something to filter the water out, something to regulate your air pressure. And I figured out like 30 pounds seems to work pretty good. Wow, those guys are hauling butt. Anyway, seems to work pretty good. I got my fan set up just right, at least on my last spray. We'll test it out before we go ahead and coat everything. But the tricky part is here. Oh, before I get onto that, Glacier titanium that we're going to use, like I said, it's the C series, the air dry. You want to shake this stuff really, really good. I've already shaken it up. That way I'm prepared to go. This is a 4-ounce bottle. This is like 40 bucks for this. And then this here is, what is this one? The 16-ounce bottle. This is like, it's like nearly $100, $80, something like that. So, you get, this goes a long ways, trust me, this will go a long way. So I've got my strainer here. This is a 150 strainer. This actually calls for a 100, but the 150 should work just fine, no problem. Basically you're just trying to catch all the solids that may still be in the Cerakote before you put it in the gun. So let's open this baby up. Okay, camera died, perfect timing. Anyway, got the gun filled up, didn't make a big old mess, so luckily I don't have a blooper reel. Even if I did, I wouldn't have caught it. So we're going to hook this thing up to the air hose, and like I said, regulator, water filter, super important, and we're going to get to spraying this bad boy. This is the Glacier titanium. I think it's going to look cool when it's done. Everything is CERAKOTED and it looks amazing. I can't get over how good this titanium color is. We got it here in the light because it's dark outside now, but the black will actually kind of tone down. It won't be so glossy, and it'll be almost a flat black when it's done. But this titanium, God, it looks so good. It is so sweet. And then you can see here's the water pump cover. It looks great too. So I am super happy with how the CERAKOTE came out. Now this is going to take 24 hours to cure, and we will come back and I will show you the end result. Okay guys, here's the finished product. This is almost 24 hours later. Now I gotta confess, the water pump cover, I actually touched it by accident right there before it was even dry, so I had to redo it. Not totally redo it, but just put one more coat on it. So it's dry to the touch now. This is cured. The case cover is cured, and I actually didn't get the tape off those two holes right there, so just pry that off real quick. Anyway, so the main deal is, can you do CERAKOTE at home? Of course you can do CERAKOTE at home. You guys just witnessed me doing this with minimal tools, and it turned out amazing. So you can see the contrasting colors between the Glacier Titanium and the Glacier Black, and I think it's as good as it's going to get. It's amazing. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the video. As long as you can sandblast, have a place where you can use acetone and a brush, and can heat the cases up, get you a small Harbor Freight gun air compressor, and you can CERAKOTE, no problem. Okay guys, we're gonna wrap this one up. Next video you're gonna see, we'll be putting the motor back together. So I know a couple of you have messaged me saying that you're waiting for part 2 of the video build, so hang tight. We've got our cover done, we got to put it back together, and then we'll be able to put it onto the motor. So I'm gonna work on that ASAP. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we'll catch you in the next one.